Salute. There's a real fight that's percolating. I just watched a couple of interviews. TEOFIMO Lopez talking about, man, he a lion in the cage. He ready to eat. You know what I'm saying? He ready to come out the cage and eat. You know, he was explaining his dinner plate emoji after the Devin Haney versus Jorge Linares fight, and he was talking about, you know what I'm saying, this fight going into with the ferocious Kambosos. He talked about a lot of things, man. Some things he said that I really thought was credible. Like where he said, you know, people comparing Javante Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and himself, Teofimo Lopez, as the Four Kings. He said that was disrespectful to the legendary Roberto Hands of Stone Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard, and you know what I'm saying, Hitman, Thomas the Hitman's Hearns, and also Marvelous Marvin Hagler. He said that's a disrespect and an insult to those guys who really put in that work. He said us of this generation, we haven't even put in the work yet. And I consider myself a king of my division, but I'm not considering the four kings, the three princesses, and I'm not even considering myself a king yet. I haven't put in the work yet. He said, sure, you've seen some great things with Lomachenko. Sure, you've seen some great things with Richard Comey, but I got a long way to go. He said, you know, legendary HBO Jim Lampley is going to come and cover the show. I think that's great because I really didn't want to see, no disrespect, but I didn't want to see the dog father, Uncle Snoop, commentating on the Teofimo Lopez fight. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have a real legend of commentation come and do this fight. And he says he's going to put on a show. He's going to show some things, you know what I'm saying, as he's developed and matured and grown. He says he's going to show some things in this fight against George the Ferocious Kambosos that you haven't seen against Lomachenko, that you haven't seen against the Richard Comeys, that you didn't see against the Masayoshi Nakatani. Excuse me. Knocked over my little tripod. So I'm looking forward to see what tricks he's going to bring out the bag. You know what I'm saying? On the other side, on the flip side, I just watched an interview with George the Ferocious Kambosos, and he says that Teofimo Lopez is fake. Everything about him is fraudulent and fake and manufactured. You know what I'm saying? Completely hype. From where he comes from to where he claims his power, all of that. He said he not believing in none of that. He says that, you know, Lomachenko. He said, first of all, they say, well, who did Teofimo Lopez with all? Who did he exploit all this power on? Because he didn't knock out Masayoshi Nakatani. He didn't hurt. He didn't knock out Vasily Lomachenko. So I'm not believing in all this power. He says Kambosos is bigger and stronger and faster than Lomachenko. He says, wait till he feel my power. Wait till he sees my speed. He says Teofimo Lopez has so many holes in his game that he's going to exploit. I did see some holes in Teofimo Lopez's game. Don't get it, you know what I'm saying, twisted. There was some things that Lomachenko was able to do. I felt like he just was doing those. He did a few things in the 8th round. He did some few things out of desperation that started to throw Teo off of his game plan. But I didn't see a whole lot of, you know, I didn't just see all these. I didn't see Swiss cheese. I think every fighter, when I watch a fight, you always try to see weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? And it's different inside the ring, outside the ring. It's different from my perspective, from your perspective. Once you're in there, it's going to be a whole different perspective. That goes for professionals too. But at least a professional has a better professional eye to say, I see some holes in this game that I can exploit. Now, what are those things that he sees? I'm not quite sure. I don't expect him to expose his game plan. But I don't see a whole lot of holes in Teofimo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? As far as out of the four, I would say Ryan Garcia's weaknesses are more glaring out of the four. You know, then it's a close tie between the rest, Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney, and Teofimo Lopez. They all have little weaknesses that I see, but they are very close in comparison. And as they grow and develop, we'll see who's able to close those holes and fill those gaps. You know what I'm saying? But I like Teofimo Lopez said even after the Lomachenko fight, he went back to the drawing board to focus on repairing some of the cracks in the foundation to come bigger, better, faster, stronger, and he says he's gonna bring even a better performance against Kambosos. Now I'm watching his training, and like I said before, his training looks phenomenal. His conditioning looks phenomenal. His power looks, his power showing up. His speed is showing up. His accuracy is showing up. His elusiveness is showing up. He's one of the only few shadow boxers out of those four guys that I see every time he throws a shot, a combination, he also throws in a defensive move. He's one of the only fighters I see that I can see where he's always working on his catch and shoot. You know, Errol Spence is another one. Errol Spence I see always, you know what I'm saying, defensively minded. Even when he's on the heavy bag, I see him throwing a lot of shots and instantly, you know what I'm saying, going back into his defense mode. I know all boxers work on their defense, but I'm looking at Kambosos, and when I'm watching Kambosos has a lot of speed, blinding speed. But like I said, I don't see him doing a lot of head movement. Sometimes I'll watch him on the heavy bag, and he'd throw, you know what I'm saying, a combination, 10 punch combination, pivot out and throw another 10 punch combination without any kind of head movement. No pull counter, you know what I'm saying, no slip. I done seen him do some head movement. I done watched him do training where he does move his head, but it's seldom. It's not like I can see him putting that first. To me, it's like a second thought. His first thought to me is to get off, and then after he gets off, he pivots. But I don't see a whole lot of head movement. And I watched a couple of his fights where he got caught with some lazy jabs. He got caught with some chopping overhand rights. He got caught with some bullshit punches from some C-level opponents that caught him easily. So we'll see if Teofimo Lopez's power is legit. Kambosos doesn't think so. He says it's C-level power. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? And then they both talking phenomenal talk. Both sound confident. Both sound ready to go, trained, warrior mentality, lion-hearted. You know what I'm saying? Kambosos says he has an iron heart, the iron will, the will of a lion. So he's ready to go. So won't be no excuses. You know what I'm saying? Won't be no belly aching, no crying. Everything look like it's green lighted, ready to go 100%. Looking forward to this fight. I think it's going to be explosive. I think it's definitely going to be a knockout. You dig what I'm saying? So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Go check out those interviews from Teofimo Lopez and Ferocious Kambosos. Let's get back to talking about some real boxing, you dig? Let me know what y'all think about Kambosos. Is his power, is his speed, is he faster than Lomachenko? Does he have more power than Lomachenko? Is Teofimo Lopez's power overrated? Salute, signing out, Nocturnal Thoughts.